Hi lovelies and welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda's channel. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you'll be the first person to be notified. And to my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP. Alright lovelies, let's dive in. So lovely, I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok and I thought to share with you guys where this brother is all out for, some black people that actually want to vote for Kamala. He went ahead to call them uneducated and how they're going to be a disgrace to their ancestors. Like, guys, I'm just going to roll the clip because, our favorite TikToker, Thomas, actually set him straight. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. Alright, lovelies, let's start.
Does this piss you off? Because do you want to know what pisses me off? The fact that my ancestors fought way too hard for black people to be allowed to learn how to read, just for y'all to expect me to be uneducated enough to support Kamala Harris for the sole reason that y'all claim she's black. Kamala Harris could be as dark as a P. Diddy party, and I still wouldn't vote for that godless she-devil. The Democrats are the reason that so many black boys are illiterate. The Democrats are the reason that so many black communities are ridden with poverty. The Democrats are the reason that black people are begging from handouts from massive government. And the Democrats are the reason that so many black people are wanting black-only spaces, aka segregation. It's as if the Democrats are trying to bring back slavery and Jim Crow, considering they were the party that was in favor of those two eras in the first place. Yet, y'all are so brainwashed by Democratic propaganda that you call me a sellout because I don't buy into the narrative that the Democrats own me and my unwavering loyalty simply because of my skin color. There is no self-hatred in my body because I am proud to be a black American, so much so that I am going to vote this November for the man who almost lost his life twice to fight for my country and to fight for my home. And that man is Donald Jaquan Trump. And notice I didn't stutter. A lot of white people who feel guilty about slavery really need to humble themselves because respectfully, many of you come from a long lineage of broke people of poverty who couldn't even afford a slave if they wanted to. In fact, roughly 75% of Southern white people during the peak of American slavery did not own slaves, meaning while the North was without slavery, about 25% of Southern white families had slaves, and most of them maybe had one or two slaves while the massive plantations held majority of the slaves. This is just another reason why when white people talk about white privilege, it's really disrespectful because white supremacy inherently means black inferiority. And the privileges that you will find in a country like America typically comes from money, not the color of your skin. So please disembolden the nerve that you have to assume that your ancestors could even afford to own mine. Your ancestors were free and still broke.
First off, do me a favor, keep our ancestors out of your mouth, okay? Keep our ancestors out of your mouth. How about you do that? And secondly, no, it doesn't piss me off at all because it's stupid as shit. You're wearing a shirt that says never surrender with Trump's mugshot on it, meaning he surrendered. You understand that? The shirt in and of itself is oxymoronic. Saying never surrender while surrendering for a mugshot means you did surrender. And as far as your little funky ass hat, who gives a shit? Oh, they come in white. Oh, who gives a fuck? No, it doesn't piss me off. What pisses me off is you want attention. You want it. So here's the thing. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit. The ancestors you want to talk about are already ashamed of you. I can already tell you. Don't even worry about it. They're already ashamed. Already. Do you understand? 80 years ago, Donald Trump would have been he would have been the person over people's sharecropping. And he would have made goddamn sure not to pay those people. Those are your fucking ancestors. But I think you've forgotten about them, so fuck them, right? Just go back to bed. Just go back to bed. This is the Titanic. It has already hit the icebergs, and you're not going to make it to a life raft. So just go back to bed. Just go back to bed. You'll wake up someplace other than here. Take your ass back to bed. They don't like you. They like your vote. And here you are proclaiming some shit nobody really gives a fuck about at this point. We're about 18, 19 days away from this fucking election. Vote for the man, don't vote for the man, I don't care. But this declaration of Negrohood in solidarity with Donald Trump is starting to get on my motherfucking nerves because you are doing something that nobody gives a fuck about. Do you understand that? You are not special. You think you're the first black motherfucker walking around here with a goddamn Trump shirt on? Or a black MAGA? Do you think you're the first? What do you want, a cookie? All they got is oatmeal raisin and they're stale. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit. But stop bringing up our fucking ancestors. Stop it. Fucking stop it. Because you were rooting for motherfuckers that would have made goddamn sure your silly ass would have been out there sharecropping for 13 cents a fucking pound. And you wouldn't have even got 13 cents. You'd have got 7. You're not voting for this man for any other reason other than the fact of what you think you can get out of it. You're not thinking about our ancestors. You're not thinking about our community. You're thinking about your goddamn self. So take your selfish ass back to bed. We good over here, dog. We are getting on the life rafts. You think Project 2025 gives a fuck about you? Do you? Do you think Agenda 47 has anything in it for you specifically? No, it doesn't. But if you want to play this game, play it. I hope you enjoy all the Popeyes biscuits with no water you can get down your gullet. I don't care. But do us a favor. Do it quietly. Nobody gives a shit. You over there looking like the odd man out. On a ship that's already hit an iceberg and is currently sinking. So I tell you what, stay over there. Stay over there with that sinking ass party and that fucking presidential candidate. They keep fucking letting hijack their shit. You're not special. That ship has sailed. You were trying to tread a ground that Candace Owens, Rob Smith, and the rest of those fucking sellout ass motherfuckers have already put in place. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares. Take your monk ass on. Do you think you're special? You're not. You're not the first black MAGA. I really wish you would be the last, but you won't. So go over there. Enjoy those dry ass Popeyes biscuits as you take your ass back to bed while that whole fucking political party sinks. Good luck with that.
This man continuously lies on black men, and too many of you are falling for the okie doke. Friday night, this man got on a stage and said,
"Gone through the roof with black men. Black men. I don't do quite as well with black women, I must say. I don't know why, but I'm sure that'll work out too."
The malinformation from the slight gains Donald Trump has made with black men under the age of 30 is being repeated consistently by mainstream media and pundits, most of them not black. Black men supporting Donald Trump is not going through the roof. Black men will remain the Democrats' most reliable voting bloc, only second to black women, and will significantly outpace our white brothers and sisters. See, black men like Byron Donalds don't represent us. Black men like soon-to-be Speaker Hakeem Jeffries, however, does. We don't seek out the counsel of black women like Candace Owens. We seek out the counsel of black women like Ashley Allison. We are not enamored by gold shoes, but instead by assurances for our community like student loan forgiveness and small business incentives, by $25,000 for first-time homeowners, by $6,000 for newborns, by $1,500 in tax credits, by better public schools and more affordable housing. Not concepts of a plan, but an actual economic opportunity agenda. We are not persuaded by Amber Rose, but are determined to defeat you because your policies led to the death of Amber Nicole Thurman. You see, Donald, we care about our mothers, our wives, our sisters, our daughters, our family, our friends, and we're not voting for you because we care about ourselves. So no, Donald, black men are not through the roof, but we are determined to see you behind bars.
Seriously, lovelies, when I came across this video, I was like, okay, I know that some, black dudes things like this, and the way at which he's all around involving the ancestors and how they'll be very disappointed with the fact that people, chose not to get educated, by, standing for blue and all of that. I just went through his profile. I see that, okay, I think he's someone into an interracial relationship, and how they have really been, brainwashing all of that. I am not disputing the fact that people do not have the right to vote for whosoever they want to vote. Like, everybody can just vote for whosoever that they want to vote with their own personal reasons. So, I still do not blame him as well. But the thing is that there's one story or stitch that I put up here about a brother that thinks this way as well, and he shares a story about some kind of disagreement he had with this MAGA set of people. He shares how he was all supportive of him, of the MAGA thing, and how he associated himself with people like pan-colored people. They go out together, have some clique of friends and all of that. But one day he decided to go see a friend who happens to be a pan-colored person, right? So on getting to that place, his friend, who is a pan-colored person with some group of friends who happens to be pan-colored and MAGAs and all of that. So when he got there, the way at which they were all looking at him like, who is he, like, what is it doing here, like all of that. Him himself, he's a MAGA supporter who happens to be somewhat like me, a black person. But the way they treated him in that small gathering made him to think some type of way. Like, I am not saying that every other person or every other pan-colored people are like this, but this man was just sharing his own experience why he decided that, okay, he's just going to wait for a third party. Like, he's just done with this blue and the other and the other and all of that. He was like, he felt some type of way. He was so uncomfortable the way they were looking at him, and he was like, what if eventually something like what if eventually he tells these people that, okay, I'm not more, what if they come for him? Like, the way at which they were just looking at him from head to toe, like, what is he doing here? He's not meant to be here. And another thing is that one thing about this, trying to stand with this person or that person or people like this, reminds me of Candia Owens. Candia Owens is just, I think she started off with, okay, trying to like do whatsoever that she feels that suits whosoever she is working for. Some pan-colored people, all of a sudden she, like to, anytime they try to like cancel black people, she's always in support of them. She's always, saying so many things about or against black people. Sometimes she even blamed black people. She talked about, something that made a lot of people to react about, George Floyd, and maybe he was he is at fault or some statement like that got a lot of, black people to actually start looking at her in some type of way. Until a day she decided for the very first time to spill the truth the way it is. I think she made a statement about Jesus is king, or Christ is king, or something like that, in which actually got people that was hailing her, that was all over her, because she's all about talking against black people and all of that. All of a sudden, these said people decided that it was time for them to relieve her of her job. This was the same people that was, supporting her, that was being so supportive of her. Anytime she's making some derogatory commentaries about the people that looks like her, they were all like, but all of a sudden, because she talked about how what is happening over, I think, Israel and all of that is just something that she do not support, and she made a statement of Jesus is Christ is king, and these people have to relieve of her duties, which even made her to go off for like weeks and come back again. Nobody is trying to stop you from believing and doing whatever that feels like. This has to do with individual preferences and what individual thing, if you feel that other party is something that's going to benefit you, then fine. If you also feel that this other one is not going, then fine for you. But just when doing that, just be very careful. I know we cannot be more careful enough, but just that the way at which things are moving, the people that you think that you guys are in the same bowling together might even end up disappointing you. you know, they might end up disappointing you. Anyway, lovelies, when I saw this video, I decided that, okay, why not just put it up here and put some other stitches? And why not leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. And the second stitch I put up here, where, you know, this man was talking about how, oh, he's dealing with black men the most because of, you know, some excuses that he gave, and he's not into that black, like, oh my goodness. Share this video, subscribe to this channel if you're here to do that, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We just here to educate and, you know, inform ourselves. Alright, lovelies, please share this video, subscribe, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.